Good morning, students. Today we will discuss open functions, closed functions, and homeomorphisms in topological spaces. So, first definition is open function. Let us take two topological spaces x tau and y tau dash and a function f from the topological space x into y. Then this function is said to be open function if image of every open set in x is open in y. It means whenever we take G belonging to the topology of x, then its image f of G that should belong to the topology of y. Here the topology of y is tau dash and topology of x that is tau. So we can say that f is open if f of G belongs to tau dash for every G belonging to tau. In the same way, we can define closed function. A function G from a topological space X into the topological space Y is said to be closed function if the image of every closed set in X is closed in Y. It means if we take G a closed subset of X, then f of G that should be closed in Y. Next we define Y continuous function. A function from topological space X into Y is said to be bicontinuous if function is continuous and open. Now let us see some examples of open and closed functions. So the first example of open function is in the usual topological space. Let us take the set of real numbers with usual topology and we define a function from R into R. R is the set of real numbers defined by f of x is equal to a plus x. Here x belongs to R and a is also a real number which is fixed. Now we show that this function f defined by f of x is equal to a plus x is an open function. In order to prove f is open, we have to prove that every open subset in R has its image open. Means for a subset of R open, f of a should also be open in R. So first of all, let us prove that image of an open interval is open. So let us take an open interval having the points t1 and t2 and let us find image of this open interval. Now by definition of function f, image of this open interval will be a plus t1 comma a plus t2, which is again an open interval. So we can say that image of an open interval is again open. Now let us take an arbitrary open subset of R. A is open. Now open sets in R can be written as the union of open intervals. So we can write A as union of open intervals. Those open intervals we have taken by I. Now let us find the image of A. Now f of A means f of union II. Now this can further be written as union of image of these intervals. Now f of II, these are open intervals because we already discussed image of open interval is again open. So these are open intervals and f of A can be written as the union of open intervals and therefore that is again open. So we have proved that image of open subset of R is again open. So this proves that f is open mapping. Another example of open mapping is again in the usual topological space. Let us take A is fixed real number which is non-zero, and we define a mapping f of x is equal to a into x. Here x is a real number. Now we prove that this mapping is open mapping. So let us take an arbitrary open subset of set of real numbers. This open set we have denoted by A. Now because A is subset of R, so it can be written as the union of open intervals. So we have written A as union of these intervals I, which are open intervals in R. Now because the image of every open interval is again open, so if we find the image of A under F, that can be written as f of union I, and this can further be written as union of image of these open intervals. Now because these are open, union of open intervals in R, that is again open, so we can say that f of A, that is open set. So image of every open subset of R is open, so F is open map. Now let us see another example of mapping which is closed and continuous but not an open map. So let us consider the usual topological space, and we define a function f from R into R by f of x is equal to 0. Now because this function is a constant function and every constant function is continuous function, so f is continuous. Now we show that this mapping is closed map. So let us take a subset of R be any closed subset. Now by definition of function f, f of A, that is singleton 0, and this set is closed because its complement is open. So we can say that image of A, that is closed in R. So f is a closed map. Now we show that this mapping is not an open mapping. For this we will have to show that image of open set in R is not open. So let us take an open interval 0, 1. This is an open set in R. Now by definition of f, image of G under F, that is singleton 0, and singleton 0 is not open in usual topological space because singleton 0 is open if there exists a neighborhood of 0 which is contained in singleton 0 set, but this is not possible here. There is no neighborhood of 0 which is contained in singleton 0. So we can say that the set consisting of 0, that is not open. So we have shown that image of open set is not open in R under the function f. So this is not an open mapping. So this is an example of mapping which is closed, continuous but not open mapping. Now next we define homeomorphisms. Let us take two topological spaces x tau and y tau dash. Then a function f from x into y is said to be homeomorphism if the following conditions are satisfied. First condition, function is continuous. Second condition, function is 1, 1 and onto. And third condition is f is open. This third condition, f is open, that can be replaced by the condition f inverse from y into x is continuous. So another definition of homeomorphism is the function is homeomorphism if it is continuous, 1, 1, onto, and its inverse is continuous. And there is another definition of homeomorphism. The function f from x into y is homeomorphism if the function is continuous, and second condition, there exists a continuous function g from y into x such that g of f is identity of x and f of g is identity of y. So these are the three definitions of homeomorphism. An example of homeomorphism, that is identity mapping from a topological space X tau into itself. Because the identity function that is continuous 1 1 onto as well as open map. So the identity function, that is an example of homeomorphism. Now in the next theorem we will show that the three definitions of homeomorphism are equivalent. So first definition was function is continuous 1 1 onto open. Second definition of homeomorphism, function is continuous 1 1 onto and f inverse is continuous. And in the third definition, function is continuous and there exists a continuous mapping G from y into x such that g of f is identity of x and f of g is identity of y. Now let us prove these three definitions of homeomorphism are equivalent. So first of all, let us prove 2 implies 3. In the second definition, we are given function f is continuous 1 1 onto and f inverse is continuous. And we are to prove that there exists a mapping G from y into x such that g of f is identity of x and f of g is identity of y. Now because we are given f inverse is continuous function and also by definition f o f inverse, that is identity of y, and f inverse of f, that is identity of x, because function f is 1 1 and onto. So that is invertible and by definition of inverse these two conditions holds. Now let us take f inverse be denoted by g. Then we can see that g is a function from y into x, and because f inverse is continuous, so g is continuous, and from here this becomes f o g is equal to identity of y, and from here g o f is identity of x. So this proves 2 implies 3. Now let us prove the converse part, 3 implies 2. Now in the third condition we are given that the function f is continuous and the mapping g from y into x is continuous mapping such that g of f is identity of x and f of g is identity of y. Now let us use this condition. G of f is identity of x. So by definition, for every element of x, image of x under this function is equal to x. It means g of f of x is equal to x. Now let us take f of x is denoted by y. So we get image of y under g is equal to x. Now because f of g is identity of y, so for every y belonging to y, the image of y under f of g, that will be y. It means f of g of y is equal to y. Now g of y is x, so we can write f of x is equal to y. So we have proved for every y belonging to y, if g of y is equal to x, then f of x is equal to y. So this proves that f is the inverse of the function g, or we can say that g is the inverse of the function f. So this proves that g is 1 1 and onto function, and because g is continuous function, so this proves that f is also continuous function. Now we prove 1 implies 2 and 2 implies 1. Now 1 implies 2. In the first definition, we are given that function f is continuous 1 1 onto and open. And in the second condition, we are to prove that f is continuous 1 1 onto and f inverse is continuous. So 3 conditions we are already having: continuous, 1 1, onto. It just remains to prove that F inverse is continuous. Now, because F is open mapping, so by definition, image of every open set in X is open in Y. So for G open in X, F of G will be open in Y. Now to prove F inverse is continuous, we will have to show that inverse image of every open set in X is open in Y. So let us take G be the open set in X. Let us find inverse image of G under the function F inverse, and we will have to show that that is open. Now the inverse image of G under the function F inverse, that is F of G, and F of G is open in Y for every G open in X. So this proves that inverse image of every open set in X is open in Y, and this proves that F inverse is continuous function. So 1 implies 2 is complete. Now it remains to prove that 2 implies 1. In the second condition, we are given that F is continuous, 1 1 on 2, and F inverse is continuous, and we have to prove that F is continuous, 1 1 on 2, and open. So it just remains to prove that function F is open. So let us take an open set G in X. We have to prove that F of G is open in Y. Now, because F inverse is continuous, so an inverse image of every open set in X is open in Y. So inverse image of G under the function F inverse, which is F of G, that is open in Y. So we have proved that image of every open set in X is open in Y. So by definition, F is an open mapping, and also F is 1 1 on 2 continuous. So we can say that F is homeomorphism according to the definition 1. Now the last definition in this topic, that is embedding a function from a topological space X tau into the topological space Y tau dash, is an embedding if the three conditions holds. First condition, function F is continuous. Second condition, function F is 1 1, and third condition, F from the space X tau into Fx with topology tau dash on Fx. This is an open mapping. So if these three conditions are satisfied, then the function F that becomes an embedding.